So I am running a show next Wednesday night, the 21st of September at 7 p.m. It's called Cartoons and Crushing Realizations of Cosmic Insignificance. It's my first solo show, and basically, I'm going to be selling my first comic. I'm going to be selling some prints and original works. There will be beer and food and live music. A buddy of mine showed me American Splendor for the first time, Harvey Pekar's autobiographical comic, and it kind of blew me away. And that led me into Rob Crumb. And then from there, I was starting to get into the kind of alternative stuff like Drawn and Quarterly and Fantagraphics. Hugo Tate by Nick Abadis. It's one of my favorite comics. It does something really interesting with the form of it, where the main character Hugo is the only character who's drawn kind of simplistically, where everyone else is kind of a really complicated kind of intricate character. And I think it's a really nice way to mess with the form. I'm very heavily influenced by Rob Crumb and Dan Clowes and that kind of stylized realism, which is, yeah, I know that's a weird statement, but it's the kind of the weird balance between being a cartoon and being like a realistic depiction of something. There's this fantastic blog called Drawing on Violence. There's one comic that the blog talks about where a Argentinian guy has been talking about police corruption in this town, and he's been using comics to kind of use that as a platform to bring awareness to that issue. And I think that's kind of the most exciting thing that's happening right now, when people actually turn comics into like a tool for kind of societal criticism. And I think it's just time for other people to get that chance to put their stuff out there. And it doesn't just have to be a superhero thing, you know, it can be literally anything. It could be like Art Spiegelman's Mouse, or it can be like Down Clow's 8 Ball, or the Hernandez brothers and Love and Rockets. You've got your Jimmy Hewlett's and your Chris Wares. Like, there's so much you can do with that form. It's really basically just a bunch of gag cartoons. There's nothing really overly smart in it. Stuff kind of evolves over time, so we'll see what I'm like in a few years' time. But right now, I'm doing stupid gag panels about Jim Henson's fist being up Kermit's ass, the Dave Cameron Piggate scandal. I used to be obsessed with the kind of Rob Crumb cross hatching kind of idea, and the really heavy detail and the really intricate patterns. The way I put comics together is absolutely terrible. Like, I'm not a digital artist. Something I should probably look into, but right now I just get a piece of paper and a T-square and get my layout done. I am the editor of Facing, which is a arts and culture based small print publication in Bangor, where we look to promote either emerging or established artists of any medium, whether that be visual artists or musicians or comedians or writers, really just kind of anything. I also run the Bang Zine meetup on a Monday night, maybe once or twice a month in Bangor, where we get a bunch of illustrators to get together and make a zine in one night.